Well, hey friends, I have got another furniture redo for you today. I don't really care to redo furniture. However, about 90% of the furniture in my home is secondhand, and when I find a piece that has amazing lines, I get it for a discounted price because it's secondhand and I redo it. Not my favorite thing, but I do. So this particular piece was actually free, and my husband picked it up from a garage sale type site called Kijiji, and I just took a weekend and I redid it. Actually, it was just a day. I had to use regular latex paint for this. Normally, I'm a big fan of chalk paint when it comes to redoing furniture. However, I usually make my own chalk paint, and this weekend I was all out of the medium that I use. I will have a video linked down below in the description box, as well as one above of the recipe that I use. So this particular piece ended up taking 3 coats of paint, which was not fun for a girl who doesn't love to paint. However, I'm so pleased with how this turned out in the end that it was well worth it. So I initially just cleaned the piece. It had been covered in dust. So I gave it a good wipe down with just a paper towel and some water, and then I went ahead with my paint. Now this is just a white paint from Sherwin-Williams, and we have used it in our home for trim and different things like that. So here's the first coat. I'm already loving how it looks, and it was fun. It was a labor of love. I wanted the body of the piece to be white. However, I knew I wanted some dimension with the top. So what I did was I took this dollar store craft paint and I got brave and I simply squirted it on top of the piece. When you have a free piece of furniture, it's okay to just go ahead and experiment. I've done enough furniture redoing in my life that I wasn't too worried about this process. So here I'm just using my brush that I painted the piece with. I didn't clean it. I wanted that white to be mixing in with the black to give it sort of a grayed out look. So as you can see in this next clip, I'm just going back and forth and up and down on the piece. I want to make sure that it looks very aged and it looks very old. I don't want anything to be super uniform here. I want lots of highlights and I want lots of shadowing within the piece. Don't forget to get the size of your piece. So at this point, I decided to add a bit more black paint to the top. I was not happy with the light gray. I wanted it to be a bit darker. And so I'm actually adding a bit more white paint here. I just stuck it on a paper towel to get a little bit more gray. Wanted it just all together to be just a lot deeper than what it had initially been. Now this part here is the key to what made this finish work so well, and it ended up turning out to look like a faux zinc finish. So what I did was I had washed my brush and I decided to use it to brush the top of the piece. So it was still a bit wet, and that bit of water just melded the colors together so well. You can kind of see it here as I'm going along painting. And it just brought in the most beautiful variances of color. So if you're going to attempt this finish, I cannot recommend enough this step. Just make sure that you have your brush a bit wet, and then you just can blend the colors together seamlessly. And lastly, I just went ahead and dragged my brush across the entire piece to just blend everything together and make all of the brush marks very seamless. It had been a long day. For the very final step, you are going to want to wax your piece. So this is just a clear min wax wax, and you are just going to want to buff it onto all of the parts of your piece. It will seal in the paint and make it so that it doesn't chip. And here is a look at the top of it. It's so smooth and soft with that hard wax coating, and I love how it really just does look like a faux zinc top. And here it is all completed in our bedroom. So I added these seagrass baskets. I had them on hand, almost 9 years, and I picked them up for about $4 from our local big box store called Canadian Tire. I cut off the handles and they fit perfectly. In these baskets I store my husband's socks as well as his belts and handkerchiefs and things like that. I picked up these blue baskets from a local store here, again a big box store called Rossi. It's a discount store, sort of like Big Lots, and they were just they were $6, sorry. They were $6 each, and they go perfectly with our bedroom. You can see here how the navy and the white of the baskets and the furniture piece just goes so seamlessly with the decor that we have going on in our bedroom. And so that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. Please give it a big thumbs up, and I will chat with you soon. Bye.